Okay, next number, 16. F of x equals the absolute value of 2 plus x, and g of x negative x. So if h of x is going to be, go with brown, f of g of x. I'm going to start with the f of x, 2 plus x. Well, wherever I see the x, I'm going to have to replace it with what's in g of x, which is going to be negative x. So I'm going to rewrite it nice and clean. 2 plus g of x is negative x. I should have done that in red, but you got the idea from here. All right. This is the same as saying the absolute value of 2 plus a negative is minus x. Okay. So there's your h of x equals the absolute value of 2 minus x. What's the domain here? Can I use any number for x? Are there any restrictions on what I can use for the input number for x? No. This is the set of all real numbers. The range, what number am I going to get out of here? No matter what number I put in for x, I could put in negative infinity. 2 minus negative infinity is 2 plus infinity, which is infinity, right? If I put 0, 2 minus 0, the answer is 2. If I put 2 in here, 2 minus 2 is 0, the absolute value of 0 is 0. So the lowest number we're going to have is 0. Okay, could write it like this: 0 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to, the biggest number we can possibly have is infinity. Because no matter what number I put in here, positive infinity, negative infinity, the absolute value is going to be infinity. Okay? So that's how we write it in all those different ways. Remember, this is interval notation. If I wanted to use set notation, this would look like set of y such that y is greater than or equal to 0. That's how you write it in set notation. That's how you write it like that, interval notation, or you could say all reals greater than or equal to 0. Okay? That is 16. I'm going to quickly do 17. F of x equals 5 minus x, g of x equals the absolute value of x. F of g of x. Oops, you get the idea. Okay, the f of is 5 minus x. Well, I want to replace the x with whatever g of x is. So this is really 5 minus g of x, which is really 5 minus the absolute value of x. Right? equal. That's my answer. Go with green. H of x equals that. You're done. What's my domain? Is there any restriction on the number I can use for x, or the value for x? Is there anything that tells me I can't use a certain number? Nope. So, just as always, most of the time the domain is going to be all real numbers. The range. What am I going to get out of this? No matter what number I use in here, I'm going to end up with a positive number as a result, unless it's 0. Okay? So let's go with 0 for a minute. And I'm going to draw a number line in brown, just so we can envision this a little bit. Okay? Positive numbers and negative numbers. If I use positive 1,000, that's 5 minus the absolute value of 1,000, which is 1,000, which makes this number negative. If I use 0, 5 minus the absolute value of 0 is 0. That makes this 5 minus 0 is 5. So the biggest number we're going to have is 5. Okay? What's the smallest number we're going to have? What's going to be on the other side of this comma here? Well, the smallest number is if I use any number greater than 5. So let's say 5 minus 6. It's going to be negative 1. 5 minus 7, negative 2. 5 minus 8, negative 3. So as soon as this number is greater than 5, this whole thing is going to be less than 0. So we're going to be negative. And is there a restriction on x? No. So as big as this number gets, this number on the result gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It keeps going further left on the number line. So this is going to approach negative infinity. That's a bad infinity. Let me draw another one. Because I can. There we go. Negative infinity. Okay? There's your answer. Got it? If you need to, rewind, go back, and do it again. All right? That's it. I'm going to stop here.